welcome to Coach Pamela Mpishi. This is another beautiful video that you have to look at, and if you are looking out for a husband, what kind of qualities should a husband have? Stay tuned, get a paper and pencil, share this video with your friend, subscribe to this channel because we are going to unfold 3 things in a husband, a potential husband. So stay tuned. Yeah, let's get this thing going. Hi, I'm again Coach Pamela Mpishi, and I am filming this from Malawi. I am in the lodge of Mkulumazi. Mkulumazi means the big water. That's why you can hear the roaring at the back, because the view I have at the back is amazing. At the end of this video, stay tuned. I'm going to show you the view that is behind me. Right now, I'm in my bedroom in the lodge. I just want to tell you a little bit about what I know from experience, that things that are important and unmissable in a potential husband. Whether you are looking for a great father or a great provider or your best friend, there are 3 things and red flags that you cannot afford to overlook. He has to have potential to be a great father. Now, how can you tell if this person has potential to be a great father? There are some warning signs that you must look at. You must look how he treats other people's children. How does he behave around his nieces and nephews? How does he behave around the children of his friends? This is already going to give you an idea what kind of father is going to be, because guess what? Everybody can father a child, but it's not everybody who can be a father. Unfortunately for me, I saw it firsthand. When I met my husband, I already had a child from my previous marriage. I remember one time my current husband, dropping me home, and my little girl was sitting outside at the door waiting for me. I remember she was wearing a little purple princess dress, and then I pointed to him and I said, "That's my daughter." I remember the look in his eyes. He was mesmerized, and I could see that he had instantly fallen in love with her. And there were times before we had our own children, he would come to me and say, "Let's bring her to Disneyland, let's bring her to Center Park, let's do this with her." I already knew that he would be a good father. Remember, it is very difficult, very hard to raise your children alone. If your husband is not pulling his weight being a father, it can feel sometimes, even when you're living with a man in the same house, like you're a single mother. There are certain fathers who are not involved in the schooling of their children, what the children are doing. They are not, all they do is pay the bills. That's not good enough. If it's important for you to have a good father, as a father for your children, you have to look out for these things, how he treats other kids. Otherwise, you're going to end up what they call now together alone. There are a lot of women who are in relationships, who are in marriages, they are together alone because the husband does not pull his weight when it comes to being a father. Number 2, this is a red flag that you cannot afford to miss. This guy is the guy you're going to spend the rest of your life with. He has to be your best friend. If he is not your best friend, your time together on earth is going to be a living hell. Watch how he reacts to other women in your presence. You cannot help how he is when you're not there. But how does he behave when a beautiful woman passes by? How does he behave around other women when you are with him? Just observe him. Is he looking at other women in your presence? Does he talk about other women in your presence? These are things that you have to look out for. I remember my husband, sometimes I was even the one who would alert him. Sometimes we were walking and there was like a gorgeous woman pass by and everybody was staring at her, and I would say to him, look, did you see that woman? And he would go, what woman? He only had eyes for me. When this man loves you, you will always be the most beautiful woman in the room, no matter who walks in. And because you are his best friend, he is your best friend, and this will stay forever if you play your cards well. If he does not respect you before you are married, he's not gonna all of a sudden start respecting you after a few years when you've become old and given him a few children, when you are not so hot anyway. So you need to make sure that this is also in your pockets, that you are marrying your best friend who respects you, because guess what? The Bible says that a woman must submit to her husband, and this is very important because there are blessings that come with a woman submitting to her husband. The book of Ephesians 5:22 says, wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord. Now, I am telling you, it's very, very difficult to submit to somebody you do not respect. That is where the third one comes in. Does he have financial potential? Does he have potential to be a great provider for you and his children? Because you cannot look up to a man, eventually continue looking up to a man who cannot provide for his children. And this comes to Ephesians 5:53 says, nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself. So the husband has to love his wife. And it goes on to say, and the wife see that she respects her husband. So there are two things the Bible commands a woman to do. You are commanded to submit to your husband, and you are commanded to respect him. I am telling you, it is very difficult to respect a man that is not being a man in the area of family. It's difficult to submit to, it's even more difficult to submit to a man that you do not respect. And I'm not talking about that respect. I come from Africa. I have seen women, when I go to visit back home, I have seen women who kneel down when they give their husband something. They don't even look at their husband. They tie things around when the husband, I'm not talking about that kind of respect. You need to marry a man. I'm talking about adoration, because these women, they can act very submissive in front of their husband, and when he's not around, they actually have no respect for this guy because they don't adore him, because he has not evolved. You need to marry a guy who has potential to evolve at every stage of the relationship, because most people, we meet our spouses in the 20s. My husband and I met when we were both in the 20s, and I have seen this man evolve and grow at every stage of life, and I respect this man because it's a man who can take control in every situation. When we were coming here to Malawi, for example, I'm giving an example. When we were coming here to Malawi, we missed our flight from Lusaka to Lilongwe, and we were with our 5 children, and it was such a panic mode. Within 3 hours, we were in the airport. 3 hours, our plane had left us. My husband, he started calling people. He started arranging people, fixing things. Within 3 hours, he had found us. He had chartered another plane. We were within 6 hours, we were in Blantyre. He took control, and I was sitting on the plane, and I just had so much admiration for this man. You need to marry a man that is going to be able to blow your mind at every stage of relationship. You need to be with a man who pushes himself, who will do anything to protect you and his children, not a man that you take care of and you have to push to do things. He should be pushed. The fact that he's a husband and a father should be just the motivation enough that pushes him to the limit to be able to provide for you and the children. I've given you 3 things here. He should be a good father. He should have potential to be a good father. He should have potential to be your best friend for the rest of your life. A man who stares at other women in front of you is never going to be your best friend because he does not respect you. And respect is both ways. A man who does not respect you, you're going to find it very difficult to respect him. Number 3, remember this, he has to have potential to be a provider, to provide for his children. If he cannot do this, you are at some stage you're going to stop admiring this man. You need to find yourself a man that you can admire. He comes home, the things he does, his vigor, his energy to just take care of his family should be such an admiration in your eyes, because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Listen to me. We all marry for love. Yeah? It's been scientifically proven that crazy love you think you cannot live without each other is gone in 2 years. 2 years from the moment you fell in love, the butterflies disappear. The only thing that remains for a woman in a man is respect. And this respect turns into a different kind of love. You need to find that man, to marry that man that you can continue, because he continues to amaze you by his capabilities and abilities. He continues to wow you. If he does not have the wow factor, don't marry him. It is better to go this road solo than to marry a man who does not wow you. Stay blessed. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, to share, to press the button, the bell button, so that every time I post something, you will be alerted. Remember, it is difficult to submit to a man that you do not respect. Marry someone you respect. Submission and respect are a commandment. I know that a lot of women look at submission as a dirty word. The moment they hear the word submission, they just like switch off their ears. They don't even want to hear it. But there are many blessings that come with submitting to your husband. God has just wired us like that. The basic need, I've read many books about it, the basic need for a woman is to be loved. The basic need for a man is to be respected. When a man feels respected in his home, he is going to be like Hercules. He is gonna go out there and conquer the world for you. He's gonna be just so hyped that he is going to go out there hunt, because we have evolved in so many other ways, but the human nature has not evolved. The man is still a hunter. He is gonna go out there and hunt for you. So you have to marry somebody that you can continue to respect. Otherwise, yours is never going to be they lived happily ever after. And happily ever after does exist. I am not saying it's easy, but it does exist, because I am married now for almost 20 years with the same man, and I absolutely adore this man, and this man absolutely adores me. He tells me every day, I love you so much. He tells me every day, Pam, for me you're still the most beautiful woman in the world. You need to find yourself a man like that. Respect your man, submit to him, and he is gonna go out there and hunt all the animals for you. Bye bye for now. This is beautiful Malawi. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you press the bell, you will receive all my videos as soon as I upload them. Thank you. Bye bye.